Jill, what's going on? Your boy, Motivation Motives, Quan Jean, and the esteem is her born day. Everybody, all the subscribers, and if you see this video, say happy born day. I don't know when you do it, even if you do it in December, say happy born day. This is the illustrious Portia Mystique's birthday. Happy born, Queen.
Hi, thank you. You see
Queen.
my crown. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, for real. You know, we're not gonna tell you how old she is, but I'm gonna tell you, no, she's way past her years, way beyond her years. You know what I mean? For real. Big up to my man James too in Nigeria, her husband. You know what I mean? Big up, salute you, King. All right, for real. So today we're gonna talk about a very interesting topic that affects the Black community. You know what I mean? Among others, it's the dark skin, light skin thing. All right.
That's terrible.
The light thing and the chocolate thing. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about what does that mean to us and how we personally have been affected by these labels.
Labels.
Portia Mystique, you want to touch on that? You know what I mean? I'm put the floor to you since it's your birthday. You know what I mean? Ladies.
Let me just start by saying how I find it annoying. Okay. Now, here's why. Okay, so Black is beautiful. We know there's so many different shades of Black.
We're chameleons.
Millions, right? But there's this whole thing where it's like, you know, light skin versus dark skin. Right. And the stigma that light skin people are beautiful or better looking. And those who are chocolate aren't as pretty.
That's not true.
Or handsome if you're a guy. And it's wrong. It's so wrong. And let me just tell you what's real wrong about it was I had that stigma where I've always only been attracted to light skinned guys, which is terrible. So even though I talk about how like upsetting it is, it's because I'm an adult now that I can really look at it and say it's ridiculous. It is actually ridiculous. And the lengths that women, I really don't know if men are doing this, but the lengths that women will go to try to lighten her skin, to try to be, you know, lighter. Like, love your chocolate. Right. I mean, we all like a little peanut butter, but chocolate, you gotta love your chocolate.
But you know what? Speak about what you just said about the skin lightening thing, especially in Africa. What's that?
Okay, like? Here's what's crazy. So you know, I would say I'm not so sure how far back, but in the US there used to be this ingredient that you find in like lotions and soaps and stuff that lightens your skin. And I can't think of the name of it. I think it starts with an H. Hydroquinone. I think it's hydroquinone.
Okay. What is that, by the way?
Hydroquinone is used to lighten your skin. Okay. So what it does, it causes a reaction with the skin cells in your skin, the pigmentation cells, which we know is melanin. Okay, so if you're darker, you have more melanin. If you're lighter, you have less. Absolutely. But if you have dark spots or you want to get rid of that melanin, you put on the hydroquinone and it causes a reaction that kind of ruptures that cell. So that cell just dies out. And when those darker cells,
it breaks down that darker cell.
Yeah, it breaks down that cell. So it lightens up the skin.
Right.
Okay. So with that being what it is often in different creams and soaps and stuff.
Right.
But in Nigeria, okay, the FDA outlawed that. Like, it is not allowed to be sold in the States because there's a lot of side effects, a lot of negative side effects. Right. So for some people, it can blister your skin. You know, one of the claims was that it can even lead to skin cancer. So it was, let's just say, outlawed by the FDA. It is not considered safe to use. But in Nigeria, it is in almost every lotion, skin cream, soap. It is so hard for me to go shopping for skincare products and find something that does not lighten your skin.
Right.
Now imagine that. Anytime you go to the store and you go on the shelf, almost everything has skin whitening in it to specifically whiten your skin. And that's just crazy to me.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
It's truly amazing that it's crazy that Black people see. My thing is, we already know the historical origin of this mindset of being lighter is better. You know what I mean? And this is in my educational opinion, it began with the slave master having sex with the slave. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
thus, look at my skin complexion.
Right.
Okay? You know what I mean? And then the darker slaves were reprimanded when the lighter slaves were at least kept in the home. And I want to touch on that situation. You know, you got the lighter slave that stayed in the home, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
the darker slave that was outside.
Outside in
We,
the
we
field.
still slaves at the end of the day. You know what
Right.
I mean? Field nigga, house nigga, you still a nigga to
Mm-hmm.
this white man, okay?
Right.
So from that point on, that's where they created the discrepancy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
they
So
made the
those.
field nigga despise and be
Mhm.
jealous of the house. Why
Yep.
would I want to get in that house when Master's basically doing the same thing to me? He beating me, he raping me. You understand? He doing the same thing he doing to you outside. You know what I mean? We got
Mm-hmm.
the same. At the end of the day, we have the same merit. He dislike us, our asses. But the plan, the objective of the slave, the house nigga
Mm-hmm.
and the field nigga was to create that friction between the two.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. But it was just like this idea that if you were lighter skinned, that meant that you might have more European in you, which would make you more superior than those who are darker. So a lot of people, like, it's funny, comedians talk about it all the time. Like they always say, find out that, oh, okay, this person is from Africa, so they must be dark skinned. Like, do you know how many light skinned people are in Africa?
We come in different shape, forms, of fashion, like you said,
Right.
man. You know what I mean? And it's like this is what people fail to realize. Now check it out. I have a son. You know, I mean, you see me. I'm very light skinned, and his mother is she's probably like maybe 2 shades lighter than you, Portia.
Okay.
She's not light, and she's not very dark skinned. So, but she does have a tan skin tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when my son was born, he came out tan skin tone. He came out brown. Now on my mother's side of the family, most of us are light.
Mm-hmm.
And on my father's side of the family, most of them are light too. So people would think that my son would come out light. When no, most of her family are dark-skinned people. Therefore, her gene dominated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when he was born, I mean, I'm not saying I heard it to my face or heard it with my own ears, but I heard it through the grapevine that people was doubting that he was mine because he was darker than me. How foolish is that?
Wow. That's,
They
and
was
it's funny that
doubting
you
that
say
he
that.
was mine because he was dark. So let me just finish this point.
Okay.
Why now? Look at the mindset. Why should my light skin complexion automatically be superior? Why did he
Right.
automatically have to come out light? They just ruled out the fact that she has, you know, everyone in her family is dark skinned. They just ruled that out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it mind boggling at that point in time. I really didn't understand it. You know what I mean? But now that I'm older, I definitely understand it because my 2 daughters that I have by my wife is actually your skin complexion. Both of my daughters are my skin complexion. Go
Right.
figure, right?
Right.
Go figure. Therefore, the higher power controls the tone of your kid's skin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're
Mm-hmm.
one of those people, you know, that you're listening, and if you're pregnant, and if you're wishing that your kid comes out a certain skin complexion, you need your ass beat first and foremost. Okay? You know what I mean? And you need to get your priorities in line because you should be wishing that your kid comes out healthy as
Yes,
opposed to
healthy,
if he's
not
light
necessarily
or
light
dark.
or dark.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Portia.
It's true. I mean, it's funny that you were saying that because my dad is dark and my mom is light.
Right.
But you look at me and my oldest sister. So a lot of times people don't even recognize that we're sisters.
Right.
If you put us side by side, you will see that we have similar features.
Right.
We have the same type of nose, you know. Well, her lips are a little thicker than mine, but like you can see that we're sisters as you put us side by side.
Right.
But just by automatically looking at us, people
Right.
say, "Oh, you guys are sisters. You guys look so different," because she's so very light skinned and I'm
Right.
dark.
Right.
So even though we have similar features, you would think people automatically think that we're not sisters just because our complexion is different.
Right.
Which is crazy. But and it's just so funny that I'm sure there have been tests, but just if you were to have, let's say, like 10 light skinned people.
Right.
And you compare them to 10 dark skinned people and you tell them, okay, pick out who you think the prettiest is or who's the most beautiful. Most people will choose the light skinned people, the light skinned individuals.
That is totally It's totally irrational.
It is. It doesn't
Let's
make
say
sense.
that.
But I think I like the fact that you brought it back to slavery, because I wonder if it is just embedded in us that light skin is prettier because of that. But I can't really. I mean, I don't know if you look at history in Africa. Even though there was slave trade in Africa first, it happened there first and then came here. Like, I wonder if the same thing happened to them, so that they have that same stigma, because women in Nigeria, they go far to do it. Like, they will bleach themselves with these products and it doesn't work. If you use bleaching skin whitening creams and soaps and stuff, like, your knuckles get really dark.
Right.
So even though the skin around here will be light, your knuckles are dark.
Yeah.
If you're using it on your face,
kneecaps are black as hell too.
Yeah.
How your thighs gonna be light, but your kneecaps black? Stop it.
Wow. But even like on the face, like a woman could have dark spots on her face because
like the burn victim. That's crazy, man.
So it really messes you up. Plus, you have all the side effects of the chemical itself. So it's not safe, and it's not smart, and it doesn't make sense.
And it's not sexy. It's not attractive. Let's put it out there, man.
I'm sorry. I can't really.
I mean, I'm just saying, for them to go that far, then they got dark spots around their eyes and dark knuckles and dark kneecaps. I'm not messing with you if I see that, man. For real.
I can't believe it.
Because I'm gonna ask you first: are you washing or are you just bugging out? All right. That's what I'm gonna ask the person. What the hell is wrong with you? But my question that I actually wanted to ask you, because you brought up an interesting point. Since the women are doing that, what type of men do they expect to attract?
I know, but I feel like a lot of it could be because the men set the standards for women beauty.
But my point, so from the circle that because I don't know if the people in your circle are doing it, but let's say, okay, if they're trying to be lighter, are they specifically trying to attract a darker man or the lighter man, or do they think if they're lighter, they attract a man with more money?
Yeah, I think it's really. I mean, from my perspective,
really,
no. I don't know.
I mean, it could be.
It could be money. I think it could be money. It's about I don't even think the preference comes for men. Like, okay, whether I'm gonna lighten my skin because I want a light skinned man. Like, no, you just want a guy to be attracted to you. So whether that guy is light or dark, you feel like he believes that you should be light, no matter what his complexion is. So like, you hear sometimes like people say a dark skinned guy typically wants to get with a light skinned girl.
That's what they say.
That's what they say, right?
And vice versa. They say that.
Right.
First and foremost, I think first, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? And what we got to realize is, and the thing about the book I'm writing right now is actually allowing me to really look at a lot of habits that we have that come from the household. A lot of these habits come from mama and come from daddy. You might have and I've actually been in situations, not personally, but I've been around certain people, and they mother tell them, you better not bring that black MF in my house. You know what I mean? Or the other one, that white dude, you better not mess with that white boy, meaning a guy my color.
Right.
So be embedded and still into the daughter to not bring home a specific skin complected man. And she's actually attracted to this man, but she got to hold that inside because she won't be accepted by mama.
Exactly.
Which is third.
I mean,
I can dig it, but you know what? When you get to be an adult, that's the plan of becoming an adult. Making your own decisions and standing up to the people you love, not the people outside, because you don't give a damn about them. You can them, but the people you love, those are the people that we need to start standing up to and being honest. Like, no. You know what I mean? This is what I like. This is my taste right here. And that's what I have to do. You know what I mean? I've been in situations, seriously, me personally, that I'm specifically, not even specifically, I'm attracted to good people first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, what you are. As long as you're black and you're a good person, I'm attracted. You know what I mean? But I'm attracted more so to a browner skin complected woman. So I've had darker skin complected women think off top that I thought I was all that and I was arrogant because I was light. That's actually persuaded them not to like me. So they prejudged me before they even talked to me, when they were in fact the one I was attracted to.
Right.
You understand?
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, why is that a thing? You look at there's memes and well, vines at the time, vines, where it's like, okay, a light skinned dude doing one thing as opposed to a dark skinned dude doing one thing. So like, okay, if you look at it in terms of music, a light skinned dude is gonna be all into R&B and jazz. Dark skinned dude is gonna be into hip hop and rap and all that. Like, where does that stereotype come from that light skinned dudes are just suave? Like, they're real smooth.
That's not true, because I'm goofy. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'm goofy, and I think my goofiness is what makes me attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't try to be. That's absurd. You know what I mean? But to answer your question, where does it come from? It comes from the dominant group.
Okay.
It comes from people that allows the hip hop music to be out here. It comes from people that allows the R&B music to be out here. You know what I mean? They have a prototypical image of what they're trying to portray. You understand? That's why, you know, the good thing about social media right now is you can really get on by yourself, and you don't even need the you know, the label. Right. No doubt. The label, they will market you to death and put you out there. But if you really want to come out on your own and have your own image, so basically you're cutting the middleman out, you can really come out by yourself and do your own thing. Right. Now, I mean, when in the 80s and 90s, that wasn't the case, man. You had to have a deal.
Right.
And you had to meet a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? If you came out as a gangster dude, you had to look gangster.
Right.
To a certain, or you had to talk a certain way. I mean, or walk a certain way. You know what I mean? Because basically, you were an actor. That's what they were doing. They were putting you on stage.
Right.
If I hire a guy to be X, Y, and Z, I want him to be X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? If he shows me who he really is, I don't want that guy. So you know what? A person that's really desperate for money, back then in the 80s and 90s, they're gonna take that they're gonna say to themselves, you know what, I need money that bad, so I'm gonna do what Mr. Charlie, what my mother called him. My mother called white people Mr. Charlie. You know, I'm gonna do what Mr. Charlie says just to get that bag. You know what I mean? Which is totally absurd, and I dig it. You got to get your money, but you know, at the end of the day, man, your integrity is everything, man. And the Dr. Cornel West, he say it eloquently. It's about integrity and character. You know what I'm saying? You know, he says from the womb to the tomb. When we born, we born and we die. Who are you going to be in the middle of this lifetime? This is important. You know what I mean? You born and you're going to die. But who are you going to be here?
Right.
Are you going to have any integrity in your life? You know what I mean? Are you going to be the person that brings character to the table, or are you going to be a clown?
Right.
If you're going to be a clown, I don't want nothing to do with you. And you know, I know clown is subjective, but I keep it simple. A clown is a person that's they don't know thyself, and they ain't trying to get to know thyself. No, know why? Because they don't love thyself. I'm not trying to be around that person, because that person right there, they'll get you hurt, or they'll make you want to hurt them.
Right. Yes. Write that down. Put that in your book with your orange soda.
That's right. You know, it's orange soda. You know, I mean, light-skinned men, we drink orange soda too. We don't just drink Chardonnay.
Champagne.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's very interesting though, because I feel like there's a lot of psychology behind it. Right. It's not just, you know, our history, but there's a lot of psychology behind it. Like, why is it that, you know, women feel that they need to be lighter? Because men think that light-skinned women are beautiful, but you hear men talk about it all the time. They're like, I don't think that. There's nothing wrong with chocolate.
What?
You hear men say that all the time, that they're not pro light skin, that they're not anti dark skin.
And we ain't saying there's nothing wrong with being a light skinned person either.
No.
But you know
just
what?
Be
make
your
own decisions though.
You say that again?
Make your own decisions. Don't make your decisions based on the status quo, because you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you sit up here, if you let's say you're a dark skinned woman, right? And you got with a light-skinned guy specifically because you thought you were going to have a light-skinned baby, you're a fool. You're a buffoon, okay? Because you have no idea what's in that man's DNA or what's in yours. You know what I mean? Like I said, me and my wife is brown skin. Both of we thought, now my son, I got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. My 8-year-old is a little darker than me. Now my 3-year-old, we thought definitely, okay, she's going to come out dark like my wife. She did not. She came out light, but she came out healthy, and we were happy.
Right.
I'm telling you, this is prevalent when some people are actually upset when a kid come out a specific skin complexion. I notice firsthand from people I know. They don't verbalize it, but they have said things that lead me to believe that. And I think that's just bad manners.
Yeah.
Bad etiquette. That's that's a lack of self-worth. You know what I mean? And you spitting on every one of your predecessors' grave by feeling that way, man. You know what I mean? And and the thing about it is, that's a person that honestly, they shouldn't even been fortunate enough to even have kids. Because there's people out here that couldn't even have children.
Right.
I wouldn't care what color skin complexion their kid came out. And you are worried about a skin complexion when there's people that came out with kids that have cancer, that came out blind, amputees. And you worrying about a skin complexion? I'm gonna say it again. If this is you, you need your ass beat. For real. I mean, not literally, but figuratively. You need somebody really to sit you down and slap you up a little bit. Not literally, but figuratively.
Figuratively, with their words, verbally.
I mean, verbally.
Yes.
For real, man. It's absurd. And like I said, I'm me and you are on different, sides of the pole. Where you know how this feels as a darker woman. I know how this feels as a lighter man. It's sickening because it's in our community.
It is.
They've made it so relevant and prevalent that, you know what I mean. If we don't feel and move and shake a certain way, you know what I mean, and follow that status quo of what they deem to be acceptable, that we feel like we ain't worth nothing. And we gotta snap out of that, man. And the way we snap out of it is by imputing it into the younger generation.
Yeah, they have to know, because little girls are so impacted by stuff like that. Like, even not even just skin color, but like hair type. Do you know how many girls are? Yes.
Right now.
Like, okay, girl got curly, thick hair. She got that 4C hair, and she's supposed to feel what about it?
What?
She's supposed to love it. That's her hair.
Her hair. I know people that have, for real, relaxed their kid hair at 3 years old.
They have what?
They have relaxed their child's hair at 3. 3. This kid ain't even in school yet.
That's crazy.
Give me one reason why you relax your kid hair at 3 years old. Now, if the kid want to be 15, 16, 17, 18, get their hair relaxed, that's on them. But at 3?
When you do a relaxing,
it's about you. It's about how you feel. You want people to you feel better about the child if the kid's hair is straight.
Right.
It's about you, and a person like that should not be granted a child. But that's between them and God. They gotta meet their mate. Okay?
I mean, not even that though. I don't even know the health implications of that. I mean, I'm sure it's
Why would you?
Not like it'll harm the child itself, but that is chemicals you're putting in that baby's hair.
Chemicals. Like my
chemicals. Like hair. What does that do to a baby as his or her hair grows?
It deteriorates the hair.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
My wife has straight hair. Okay, so when she was a young girl, she always wanted curly hair. Now, her curly hair counterparts always wanted straight hair. You see how this has been embedded into us to not love what we have.
It's true. Even me, like when I was younger, I couldn't wait to get my hair relaxed. Like my mom refused to allow me to do it. She told me I had to wait until my 8th grade promotion. And that was the first time I got my hair relaxed. And I loved it. I thought it was everything because my hair was straight. I could do whatever I want with it.
That made you a girl.
Huh?
You thought that made you more of a girly girl.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, I feel pretty. I feel pretty. With straight hair, I feel pretty. I remember really wanting my hair relaxed. Like that was so important to me.
Right.
And then I had to keep up with it. I wanted my hair relaxed like every 3 months. Like keep it up. I want to keep doing it. And I look back and realize how ridiculous that is. And that's the same thing with skin color. It's like if you're bleaching your skin, you need to realize how ridiculous that sounds.
It does.
It's crazy.
It sounds, right.
Yeah, just the way it sounds. To just say, like, I put chemicals in my hair.
Like,
I put chemicals in my hair because I want a guy to think I'm pretty. I put chemicals on my skin because I want to change physically change the color of my skin.
And you want to change the perception of others.
Exactly.
When this is what I want to tell the viewers and tell every and anyone that's listening. You cannot change the perception of others by changing yourself. Okay? I can't change the way you think about me, but you know what I can do? I can change the way I think about me.
Mm-hmm.
If I change the way I think about me, that kind of encourages you to change the way you think about me.
Yeah, like, okay, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna feel how he's gonna feel. All right, fine.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because because we think when we're children and teenagers and maybe in our early 20s that if we conform to the status quo and we blend in, that this helps our progression. It stunts your progression.
It does.
It stunts your progression. Why? Because you're not being you. Like I've said on other podcasts. You know who you are? You are Pinocchio. When you are conforming to the status quo and you're doing what everyone else is doing, now you're what was his name? Geppetto?
Geppetto, yeah, you're Geppetto. You're controlling the puppet.
Now you have no control over your life. You know what I'm saying? If Geppetto wants you to go this way, you're gonna have to go this way. Geppetto wants you to go that way. Geppetto wants you to jump up and down. You have to do what he do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's going to have that much control over them? Think about that. See, that's actually what it boils down to. The dark skin, light skin situation and discrepancy that they have with one another it's about control. It's about this skin tone thinking that this person has more control because of their skin texture, or this skin tone thinking this person has more control because of their hair texture. What are you talking about? You know how absurd this is? And we know the reality that white people, straight up and down, do think certain ways about certain skin complexion, but it goes back to slavery. Just because that light-skinned slave is in the house, he's still a nigga to that white man.
Yeah, but what's ironic about that, though, is when white people say, okay, straight hair is beautiful, light skin is beautiful, and all that stuff, then they go out getting booty injections and lip injections.
And I'm glad that's another topic we're going to definitely touch on. You know what I mean? And I dig it. My thing is, this is my personal opinion on that. I'm going to touch on that real quick as the man. As long as you are getting this ass injection or breast enhancement or titty thickening situation going on, as long as this thing is going to make you more money, I'm all for it. You just getting that.
Whoa.
Hold up now. I'm being real. Now hold up, because I'm about your economic success. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
If this ass injection or this breast enhancement or whatever, that is going to bona fidely get you more money in your pocket, but I can't discriminate. Whatever you do to get that money, I don't care. Mm-hmm. It's on you. That's your life. But if this is bringing more money to you and your kids home, cool. But you got a lot of women that are just doing it just to be doing it, so they can walk down the block and some dudes can holler at them. You're stupid. Mm-hmm. You're dumb.
Well, what about, I know some women, let's say a woman is very insecure about herself. Cool. Whether it's from other people or she just developed those insecurities on her own. Cool. What if those enhancements helps her with her insecurity? What if it helps her with her self-esteem?
In my professional opinion, that's short term. That's short term. You know what I mean? You know what is exactly like? That's like if I say, you know what? If I get that new Range Rover, I'm good. That Range Rover gonna get, after a year, I'm gonna forget the Range Rover was new. It's another car to me after a year. After a year, those new breasts are just breasts. It didn't really help you. How did, like I said, how did it help? It helped your confidence. How? In what way? Oh, it helped you attract more men.
Yeah, and get more attention.
Cool, great. If this didn't lead to your economic success, it's meaningless. If it allows you to attract that $1 billion man and he like you because you got double D's now, excellent. Make sure you're in his will too. Make sure, you know what I mean? Make sure that when he dies, he leaves you some money. But if you are just getting it, I don't buy it. I think that $10,000 could, one, which we're gonna touch in another podcast, it could have been put into the stock market. Two, you could have stacked 20 or 10,000 more and put it into a home. You know what I mean? Or three, you could put it into a fund for your children.
Oh, yeah.
I think those three things enhance my self-esteem. You know why? Because these things increase the likeliness that I'm ensuring successful legacy. There's a lot of things. That's another thing that we as Black people don't do. We don't ensure the success of our legacy. Legacy means the people that comes in back of us. Them titties you got ain't gonna increase no legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna get a couple of dudes to holler at you. That's what it's gonna do. And you know what? You're gonna die with those titties. Over. End of ball game. It did nothing for you.
It didn't.
But like I said,
if using it,
if you are using it to increase your whatever you do, I'm not here to discriminate. Whatever you do with those bodily parts to get your paper,
yeah.
If it's bona fidely getting you and putting them commas in the middle of them zeros, do you? But if it's not doing that, if you got these joints right here just to say, hey, look what I got now. It's for real. If you got them joints just to say, hey, look, you're an asshole, okay? You need your ass beat too.
We need a list. There's so many people who need to be on that list.
It's a lot of people. You know what I mean? I've done things that I need my ass whipped for. Like, damn, why did you do that, Quan John? You know what I mean? But I identify with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. This shit is, you know what you could do with that 10 grand?
Mm-hmm.
You got it on something you're going to sit on. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm going to do is stare at it. Is going to make me want to holler at you. And you know what I want. If I'm hollering at you, that's all I want. Bam, bam, it's over. Done. Cool. What did you get out of that? 25 strokes? Over. Let's keep it all the way funky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're gonna change your image, make sure it increases your economic stability. That's what I'm talking. I'm not telling you what to do. If you're gonna change this image, make sure, you know what? If I'm doing this, I'm guaranteed 6 figures, 7 figures off top. Cool. I'm definitely gonna get this.
Right.
Not just so this dude or right here, you know me, that got a regular job and he make $40,000-$50,000 gonna holler at me. He can't support you. He gonna hit you up a few times and it's over, mama. You dig? Well, now you feel good about yourself because he hit. Well, that made you feel good about yourself? No, it can't possibly.
Right.
Yeah,
but it's short-lived, like you said. Short-lived.
So, and can we agree? Is that not the reasoning behind these enhancements?
They are, and skin lightening and hair straightening and everything,
and relaxing your hair. I used to relax my hair for real, straight up and down. And I'm a dude to have a ponytail and all that. I thought I was Rico Suave.
Is it? And did you think that because you were light?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I did it because I started working in corporate in the City University of New York. And I thought, yo, you know what? Ponytail, they're going to discriminate against me. Plus, the ponytail look better with my suit. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting thinking stupid.
But that's exactly what you said. You did it to fit into corporate America. Meaning you did it to increase your economic stability.
But it didn't. No, I did it to be accepted.
Okay.
I did it to be accepted. It didn't get me much more money. This got me much more money. And that just got, I'm like, okay, they'll feel comfortable with me. I'm not threatening type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't increase my money, not at all. For real. Because if it increased my money, I had that joint down my back right now. Ponytailed out. We about economic, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, Black community, we are never going to come up as a people unless we have an economic base. If you ain't got your money in line and you ain't investing and you don't got your home in line, whatever, and your kids don't know how to start a business, yo, all bets off.
Yep.
So whatever you doing, if it leads to those 3 things, go for it. I'm with you. I don't care what you do, whatever. It has to lead to those 3 things: investment, home ownership, and having your own business. For real. If you are just doing this shit to stay face and to say, hey, you know what I mean? That's what the masses are doing. You are an idiot. And I understand that. I was an idiot too when I was a younger man. I'm still a little bit an idiot. I'm growing out of my idiotic, idiosyncrasies. You understand? I'm getting out that bubble, right?
Yeah. Pop that bubble. Pop that bubble.
Only the Lord can pop the bubble. I'm allowing the Lord to take care of that one.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Real, man.
I feel you. Well, I mean, we kind of went way off there.
Yeah,
But the
we
bottom
did.
line
Okay.
is, the bottom line is
Right.
brown
Man,
or
ain't
light,
nothing like
dark or light,
it. I hear that.
peanut butter, caramel, chocolate, don't matter.
Ain't nothing like that chocolate thing though. But I'm just saying that's my personal favorite.
You're missing the point here.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean?
Okay, the point is,
All right, I'm ready to grab
regardless
my
of
wife
your
right now.
complexion,
I'm ready to grab my wife. You know what I mean? She looking good. Chocolate, good, glistening. But go ahead.
you went too much. Regardless of your complexion, black is beautiful. Whether you got a whole lot of melanin or just a little bit,
Love yourself.
black is beautiful.
Love yourself.
Ebony and ivory,
Ebony
not
and
either
Ivory.
or.
For real. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Thank you. That, you know what, Portia, that was well put. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your born day. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
We got our African apparel on. Let you know we are pro-black all 365 days of the year. You know what I mean? We ain't letting them, you know, combat this blackness. You know what I'm saying? Black is very beautiful, extremely beautiful.
Very beautiful. Yes. Thank you.